This is a terrifying story that truly happened. On January 1st, 2024, in Pyeongchang, South Korea, people were celebrating the new year in high spirits when a strange, dense fog crept silently over the streets. At first, everyone thought it was just a rare weather phenomenon. People stopped to admire it, some even pulling out their phones to capture the moment. But as curiosity filled the air, danger was closing in. Cars enveloped in the dense fog crawled forward, their movements unusually subdued. Suddenly, a blinding flash of light tore through the night sky, followed by a deafening explosion that shook the surrounding area. The thick fog vanished in an instant, consumed by flames that turned the streets into what looked like a giant furnace. It turned out that the seemingly ordinary fog was actually natural gas leaking from a nearby fueling station. This colorless, odorless gas had rapidly spread through the air, mixing to create a massive, hidden bomb. When it met a spark, the result was catastrophic. A powerful explosion erupted. 3 hours later, firefighters finally managed to put out the blaze. By then, 14 buildings and 14 vehicles had been destroyed. 25 people had to be evacuated, 5 suffered severe burns, and the once festive New Year celebrations dissolved into an atmosphere of unsettling silence and fear. Fortunately, thanks to the timely arrival of rescue teams, no lives were lost. But as fate would have it, not every incident would end as mercifully. On the evening of July 31st, 2014, at 8:46 p.m. in Kaohsiung City's Cheonsan district, manhole covers began spewing a mysterious gas, filling the streets with a sharp, unpleasant odor. The gas turned out to be propylene, a colorless substance with a pungent scent and one particularly dangerous characteristic: extreme flammability. Large amounts of this volatile gas were spreading rapidly through underground pipelines, seeping onto the streets above. Just 30 minutes later, at 9:16 p.m., a massive explosion erupted at number 412 Ruilong Road. Flames shot into the air as the fire broke out. Firefighters rushed to the scene, dousing the area to cool it down. Although the situation seemed momentarily stable, the pungent smell of propylene lingered in the air. At 10:19 p.m., gas levels suddenly spiked again. Within minutes, another explosion rocked the area, catching rescue teams off guard. It wasn't until 11:20 p.m., nearly 3 hours later, that the source of the gas leak was identified. But by then, the streets and underground pipes had been filled with propylene, a ticking time bomb. At 11:56 p.m., a blinding flash lit up the night as a chain of explosions tore through Kaishuan 3rd Road, Ersheng Road, and Sanduo 1st Road. Hundreds of meters of asphalt were obliterated. Rescue workers were thrown into the air by the blasts, but the devastation didn't end there. Just 3 minutes later, yet another explosion erupted, throwing the area into turmoil. Videos captured by bystanders showed terrifying scenes. A group of people waiting at a red light heard the first explosion. As they tried to drive away, they saw flames shooting out of manhole covers ahead. They frantically reversed, weaving through streets like fleeing a war zone, narrowly making it out through a side alley. The continuous explosions and roaring flames turned the city into a battlefield. That night became a nightmare its residents would never forget. By morning, the full extent of the devastation came into view. Streets that were once intact had been torn apart, leaving deep trenches. One news clip even showed a red car blasted onto the roof of a 3-story building, a surreal sight straight out of a post-apocalyptic movie. This tragedy claimed over 30 lives, injured more than 300 people, and left Kaohsiung with scars that would take years to heal. Let's fast forward to January 24th, 2024 in Ulaanbaatar. A truck carrying 60 tons of liquefied natural gas, LNG, collided with a car, triggering a catastrophic explosion. The deafening shockwave and towering flames engulfed the scene as black smoke rose into the sky. A video captured a pedestrian passing by, his clothes alight with flickering flames, frantically trying to flee. Fortunately, he was outside the direct blast zone and managed to get away just in time. According to officials, the explosion occurred outside a shopping mall near residential buildings and an international school. The blast ignited a nearby 12-story apartment building, claiming the lives of at least 3 firefighters and injuring 11 others. These real-life tragedies serve as a sobering reminder. Colorless, odorless gases can silently lurk in our daily lives. When they leak, they can ignite deadly flames in an instant. Stay vigilant, stay safe.